With a brand new Crash Bandicoot game possibly getting revealed anytime now, what do we want and expect from the brand new game? Let's discuss right now.
I got hot sauce in my bag, swag.
A quick shout out to Mega Baguette Drama. This is a fan art of Metal Duckles that they drew, and this looks absolutely amazing. If you look at it, it's Metal Duckles in his own CTR style cart. I'm just like, yes, let's make Metal Duckles an actual character in the game, please. It'd be great. And you know, my favorite detail about this is the word subscribe on the wheels. So thank you so much, Mega. I really appreciate it. Anyway, hello there, beautiful human. My name is RidersDX. Welcome to my channel, where today we got a pretty free, easygoing video today about the possibilities of the next Crash Bandicoot game. So if you've been kind of living under a rock like me, to be honest, then you may have not heard that there's been a lot of rumors circulating ever since August actually, of a brand new Crash Bandicoot game being on the horizon. You know, there's been a lot of different leaks about who's developing it, a lot of insider leaks about the actual game itself, and all of it is culminating to major influences of Crash Bandicoot now getting these Crash Bandicoot merchandise in the mail and such. And this feels very similar to what happened when Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel was revealed just last year at this time at the Game Awards. And what do you know, the Game Awards are coming out tomorrow if this video comes out at the time that it's supposed to come out. So there's a lot of discussion within the Crash community right now about what the next adventure might be. There's a lot of signs pointing to a brand new game. And so what could that new game be? Let's take a moment to kind of discuss the possibilities. So the first thing I want to address is whether this is going to be a brand new game or another remake. And I think it's a lot more likely for it to be a brand new game. But logically speaking, it's been at least 10 years, I think, since the last brand new Crash Bandicoot game, if you think about it. Because the last Crash Bandicoot game that was new was Mind of a Mutant, and I'm pretty sure that came out before 2010. So it's probably been at least 10 years, if not more, since the last brand new Crash Bandicoot game. I mean, the Crash Insane Trilogy and Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel games felt like they were new in a way, but also they were very familiar because obviously they were remakes, and so they were not full-blown brand new Crash Bandicoot adventures. And so I think we are long overdue for a brand new Crash Bandicoot game. Now, I'm not saying that there shouldn't be any more remakes, because I still think there's a lot of potential remaking certain games. Crash Twinsanity. But I don't think it should be the next game that comes out. I do think that Crash Bandicoot needs to come up with a brand new game next, so that he is able to stay modern and in today's times, because Crash Bandicoot is rising in popularity game mostly due to nostalgia. So a lot of people that loved Crash Bandicoot back then are coming back to him recently because these are old games being made brand new, and so they're attracting an older audience. But if we want Crash Bandicoot to be consistent as a franchise, kind of like the likes of say Mario and Zelda, then we really want Crash to actually come out with a brand new game so that he can stay more relevant than just being a nostalgia act. And so I think a brand new game is the most obvious step next, and I would not be surprised if Activision thought the same way. Now, what is this new game going to be? And that seems to be a bit of a bigger question. Now, there have been some official leaks from Twitter users that are credible from what I've been able to gather, and it's pointing towards the game being a little bit more like the Naughty Dog games, although maybe some flexibility in terms of its openness. But from what I gather, it seems like they're going to be sticking pretty closely to the formula that Naughty Dog established in the first 3 games and making levels based off of that. So a little bit less like Crash Twinsanity, a little bit more like the original Naughty Dog games, which I was completely expecting. I would have been shocked actually if they wanted to try something completely new with Crash in his first new game in ages. Activision, I don't think, is stupid or reckless. I would have been very shocked if they wanted to go with something really new and really different for Crash Bandicoot, or even just expanding upon the open world ideas that Crash Twinsanity established. That is the direction that I think Crash should go in eventually. But in terms of his next brand new game and his first brand new game in 10 years, then it would be a better option to stick to what's worked and what people expect from him, and just kind of let Crash get his feet a little bit more wet in terms of the brand new game world, and make sure that this game that does come out is successful and maintains the momentum that the Crash Insane Trilogy trilogy and Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel were able to establish and continue with their releases, because these are some of the best-selling games that Activision has had in a while. And so you definitely want to keep up that momentum, and honestly the easiest way to keep up that momentum is just giving you a brand new game that kind of does a lot of the same things that those games did. But in the future though, I would like to see Crash Bandicoot venture out into more of an open world gameplay style, because I really think Crash Twinsanity had a lot of potential in terms of like how Crash was able to navigate these more open spaces and have more of an adventure feel. I really like that for the game, and I really want to see that come back. But I completely understand if it doesn't come back right away, because Crash is in this stage right now where while he is on the top of his game, he can also very well fall off from it. So we need to make sure that we establish how a Crash Bandicoot game should be made, make sure that like the developers behind it are very used to the mechanics and know how to design a Crash Bandicoot game. And honestly, the remakes were a really great start in terms of getting people used to how Crash plays and getting the developers used to how they should make a Crash game by making a side-by-side copy basically of the original games that were very successful and made this franchise as popular as it was in the first place. But hopefully in the future they will experiment a little bit more and have some more things. Now that's not to say that this new game is not going to experiment at all, because from what I've heard, apparently there are some things that this game will be experimenting with. Like I've heard from this one user that there's going to be masks in the game that kind of give you different abilities, similar to how Rafa Cortex did it. And one piece of damning evidence that makes this seem very likely is in that PlayStation trailer where you saw Crash and his friends racing through like this realistic road. We saw this unknown mask that we've never seen before flying around with Coco, and so that does point to at least masks having some kind of plot element in the next Crash Bandicoot game. There's also been rumors of Crash, Coco, and apparently Cortex being playable as well, so that's also an idea being taken from Crash Twinsanity of having Cortex be playable. So these are all rumors, these are not confirmed at all. I mean, I do have reason to believe why these may be legit, but it's not complete confirmation yet, so I can't really say anything yet. But I'm really excited to see what the next Crash Bandicoot game could bring, because it's been a long time coming. Crash Bandicoot has been in hibernation in terms of a brand new adventure for a really long time now. It'd just be such a special thing to finally see Crash come back in a brand new adventure, and I know Activision is looking towards doing that right now. And so yeah, I'm excited. I hope you are excited too. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about what you think the next Crash Bandicoot game is gonna be like. Do you want it to be more like the Naughty Dog games, or do you want it to be a little bit more different? Do you think we're gonna get an announcement at the Game Awards? Do you think we're gonna get an announcement at December in general? Because I don't know, to me I think there's something coming. You know, there is a possibility that this isn't a brand new game. It might just be like a Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel related thing, but I don't know, there's just too many like weird signs and leaks going on that I really have a feeling that we're gonna be in for a surprise this month. I just have that gut feeling that this is gonna lead to something big, and I'm excited to see what that is. So yeah, thank you all so much for listening, and yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Okay, please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, subscribe to my channel if you like videos like these, want to see more in the future, follow me on Twitter or Twitch, and join my Discord server, the Spongy Garden. Special shout out to Reese Gaming, Team Ride with Sonic Gamer, and Glitched Alpha, and these are my patrons/YouTube members. If you'd like to become a patron or YouTube member, get access to a whole bunch of different perks, and please check out the links in the description box below. But alright, this is Riders, riding out.